lot of nuts!
$8,000 couch. $8,000 couch. Listen. We've talked a lot of couches on this YouTube channel, okay? You guys remember the IKEA by Kia couch, huh? You guys remember the big comfy couch back when we were kids, or I was kids? I don't know how old you are. You remember this couch? You shouldn't, you nasty. My point is, $8,000. None of these couches cost $8,000, and I don't want to be the dude shaming you if you're going to spend a lot of money on a couch, okay? I got so much ridicule for how little money I spent on this chair that I had to cover it up with an old t-shirt. We're elitists, I understand it, but $8,000? I'll give you guys a quick second to try and imagine what you think an $8,000 couch looks like. Take a sec, picture it in your head. Were you visualizing this couch? No? Good, because this couch not only doesn't cost $8,000, but it also hasn't been funny for the last 15 years. This is an $8,000 couch, and I know what you might be thinking. Why? How? What's it feel like? I don't know. Do I look like a guy who owns an $8,000 couch? I'm not even lucky enough to find an $8,000 couch on the side of the street after a rainstorm in the middle of New York City. However, one TikToker was that lucky.
Hi guys, this is me finding an $8,000 couch in the middle of the street. Here's a quick story time. It was pouring raining and I was walking home and I saw this couch in the middle of the street and I called my dad begging him to come pick it up because I couldn't just leave that couch there. But the couch was very dirty, so he said we had to clean it. So we got all the things we needed to clean it. Some soap, water, a vacuum. This is the after. We had to let it dry. And we let it dry for a few days. And this is my boyfriend and my dad bringing the couch into my apartment. We didn't know if it was going to fit into the elevator, but it ended up fitting perfectly. This is my couch that I had before, and then this is the after. The couch in its full glory, looking really nice and fit perfectly in my apartment.
Now, I may not be able to afford an $8,000 couch, but that's because I've been spending all of my money on clothing from today's sponsor, Into the AM. Into the AM is a team of artists and creators who view clothing as a blank canvas to express what drives you. You know what drives me? Gold dripping onto a skull, apparently. Now, the last time we were sponsored by Into the AM, I highlighted their excellent selection of graphic tees, Japanese-inspired streetwear. And truthfully, because that's all I wear, I feel like I undersold them a little bit. I didn't mention at all the fact that they've got basic tees, dope hoodies, a new selection of polos that I'm wearing right now, a new selection of shorts that I forgot to put on. I mean, the front's pretty nice, but wait till you see the back of the shorts. Whether you want to express yourself the way I do, or you just want some comfortable tees that you know are coming from a good place, from a team of dudes who knows what they're doing, Into the AM has you covered literally. Check out their website using the discount code down below or the pinned comment and get an additional 10% off your order with discount code TITTIES. I still can't believe they're letting me get away with it. Check out their website, get some new threads, support the channel, and thanks again, Into the AM. Now listen, I'll go ahead and be the first one to admit that I'm not exactly an expert when it comes to high-end luxury home furnishings, but $8,000 feels like a lot for a couch. So much so that I almost feel like if you find it on the side of the road after a rainstorm, it doesn't even count as owning an $8,000 couch. This feels like one of those things that it's only impressive because you can afford to own it. But if you can't and you just have one, it kind of means nothing. I've been couch shopping. I've seen couches for a lot less than $8,000 that have charging ports, hardwood countertops for you to be able to rest your drinks, reclining features. They've got automatic motorized leg rests that come out from underneath the couch. This couch has none of those things. And if I'm being completely honest, it kind of looks like shut up. It doesn't look like a good couch. I don't think anybody's looking at this couch and going, wow, that thing looks expensive. No. They're going, yo, that looks like the powerhouse of the cell. You big mitochondria-ass sofa. Do you have any idea how obnoxious I would be if I owned an $8,000 couch? I would be bringing it up in every conversation ever. Hey, baby girl, you want to come over for some Netflix and chill? What movie are we watching? Well, I don't know, but we will be enjoying it on a spectacular $8,000 couch. Oh, you're busy that day? Okay, no, it's okay. Transition. Naturally, everybody and their mother has taken a jab at this TikToker for the time and effort that she put into cleaning and refinishing this $8,000 couch, which is hilarious because let's be honest, this is definitely one of those situations where you only like the thing because it costs as much as it does. TBH, it looks okay in her apartment, whatever. But for $8,000, let's just all agree that we can all be happy that she didn't actually pay any money for this couch and that none of the rest of us are being forced to either. The hilarious thing is that many people have taken a close look at the fabric when she's showing off cleaning the couch and identifying the fact that this doesn't seem to be the same material as the $8,000 couch. The $8,000 couch doesn't seem to come in the color of couch that she found on the side of the road. It seems more likely that this is actually the $600 AliExpress knockoff version of this couch, which is a relatively big L in my opinion. I mean, $600 is still a lot of money, but you can really feel the ambiance with this TikTok that this girl would not even have looked at this couch twice if she didn't think it was as expensive as it is. Now listen, I don't want to make fun of her for her choice in home furnishings. At the end of the day, she feels like she got a good deal and got a ton of online exposure for it. However, I do feel okay making fun of the situation because if we ridicule her enough, maybe she'll give up on trying to keep the couch and making it seem like it's a cool thing and throw it on the side of the road. And then next week, we'll have another story about a dude who found a $600 couch on the side of the road, and then we can all act like it's the best thing ever and completely make that girl go insane. Or we could spend our time doing something less stupid, but I'm on board with this idea. Like and subscribe! In sadder news, I unfortunately have the responsibility of reporting the death of Dave Brandt, who you may all know as the friendly farmer on the face of the "it ain't much, but it's honest work" meme. Dave passed away just yesterday. According to the internet, it was due to injuries related to farm work, which makes sense as a farmer. My condolences and a big F in chat goes out to Dave and his family. Thank you so much for being the face of a meme that we all love, and also your contributions to no-till, low-impact agriculture, which isn't... I'm just reading that off the website. I don't know what that is.
出ていかないなら警備員を呼ぶことになる。そうなれば君を解雇するしかない。
僕は外科医です。僕は外科医です。僕は外科医です。僕は外科医です。ハン先生。
Boku wa kakai desu, hi sensei, or I am a surgeon, Dr. Han, if you're not Japanese, is a meme that's been going viral over the last few weeks, and you guys have sent me every possible version of this meme that is possible.
I am recursion! I am recursion! Dr. Han, I am recursion!
In an effort to try and get me to cover it. Now listen, I agree that it's a funny meme, and I agree that it's very popular. One would think a meme channel would cover memes. But what do you want me to say about this, man? I'm not a compilation channel. I can't just stick a bunch of funny ones together and just send them out to my YouTube. I gotta say something. I don't have insightful commentary for this, bro.
I am
Boku wa Doctor Tony Choppa. Anyway, yeah, so this meme comes from a TV show called The Good Doctor, which is about a doctor that has autism, and that's all I know about it. In the US, you have to go to school for like 12 years before you can officially have the title of doctor, at least in the medical profession, so the show didn't make a ton of sense to me, because if you're willing to be in school for that long, you gotta be at least a little bit autistic, in my opinion. But this meme originally started going viral on Chinese social media, believe it or not, back in 2021, and US has just now caught up via TikTok of people making fun of this, which... You know, the whole commentary about TikTok being owned by China kind of makes this entire thing make no sense to me. I mean, if China's going to use TikTok as a tool to spy on Americans, can you at least let us in on the good memes that you find if you're getting them first? I mean, like, at least make it a symbiotic spying. Regardless, the reason that it's gone super viral is pretty obvious if it makes sense to you. It's a very overly emotional, dramatical scene in a video, so to make light of it, of course, is just prime meme culture. It's very akin to that panel in that Zootopia comic about abortion where there's so much expression in the face of Judy and Nick that it's just funny to make fun of, and this is essentially the same thing.
I am
This is one of those memes that wasn't exactly like super popular, but I saw a few different variations, and if I don't bring it to light, it's just going to be lost to the nebulous of time and history. So somebody on Twitter tweeted that they had a dream that samurai from the feudal era were all on social media. And instead of telling other people to kill themselves, playfully or seriously or whatever, they would instead send them pictures of wakizashi, which I think is the ceremonial blade used to commit harikari, which is, when a samurai stabs themselves in order, because they committed some sort of dishonorable act and brought shame upon their family. They would commit suicide using these blades. Instead of doing that, because they were all on social media, they would send them pictures like this. And that was the dream that this person had. Flash forward a few days, and I started seeing people make this edit specifically, which is basically that tweet being referenced, but it's being edited like the low tier god edits, where it's got him with the lightning eyes, and it says, "You should kill yourself now." But instead of low tier god, it's the Waki slush. This all culminated in a tweet that I saw like 2 weeks later, where somebody had a picture of a feudal era Japanese samurai and the low tier god copy pasta, except it was Japanese. So it was, "Your daimyo has forsaken you. Your ancestors hate you. You have no concubines. Your family name is dishonored. You should go out with honor now." And it's, that's the meme that I found. I hope you like it. This picture of us Yeonmi Park, a woman who escaped North Korea and then wrote a best-selling book about the troubles and the hardships that she faced both in North Korea and in her time escaping and then having to try and find a new life for herself. Now, the book itself is the reason that a lot of people know her story, but obviously it was after she started doing a series of podcast circuits on Joe Rogan and a few other notable examples where everybody on the internet started to learn who this woman was. Now, her story is incredible. There's a tremendous amount of things just with North Korea in general that I find fascinating. I've seen every documentary about North Korea. It's a complete different world over there, the way that they run that place under the dictatorship of whatever his name is at this point. But the really interesting thing about this is the absolute craziness that is the stories that North Korea is a crazy place, but it's still so surreal to hear about the differences in technology, the differences in the dictatorship, the way that they run, the hardships, the lack of food. It's all crazy, crazy stuff. So much so that people on the internet have started to meme on these stories. And obviously it's not meant to be disrespectful to her specifically, but just to further emphasize the absolute ridiculousness of some of the situations that she spoke on in North Korea. It's almost hard to tell apart the real stories about how absurd her life in North Korea is versus the genuine copy pastas of people making fun of her stories of being in North Korea. And there was a boy in the sewer, and he was eating the rat, and the rat was eating the dog, and the dog was eating me, but I was running away, and it was so bad. And then the police shot the dog, and the rat shot the police, and then you have to eat the police, but the dog was eating the rat, and my grandmother ate the police, but then the police turned the dog into a lampshade. This edit of Yeonmi Park has not only been used to make a bunch of absolutely asinine and ridiculous and absurd copy pastas made from absolutely nothing, but has also sort of turned into a meme that people have used to sort of satirize traditional aspects of just like anything that can sort of be ridiculed in one way or another. So anything that you can kind of make fun of, because when you really sort of look closely at it, it can be a little bit absurd. Like soaking, for instance, is the example that I'm using up here. We'll instead have Yeonmi Park over it, and we'll just be like, "Oh, in North Korea, we weren't allowed to wear a hat that has the word swag on it," or just something dumb like that. I think it's fucking hilarious. I'm not explaining it in a way that makes it super funny. I'm hoping you can extrapolate the comedy from this, because my brain's going mush trying to make sense of this one. But this is one of the best memes of the week. "Oh, in North Korea, you're not allowed to subscribe to Sumeto Media to get the freshest memes in your inbox several times a week. Oh, and the great leader wouldn't let you like and subscribe, so you felt sad when you couldn't show your support. And he also never thanked the Patreon boys scrolling in the back. Make sure you tune in next week's video, and also check out Into the AM with discount code TITTIES for 10% off your next order. I'm Sumeto Media, and I'm peacing out."